Imagine waking up in 2026 and realizing the world has changed and you didn't keep up. The industries, the job market, the economy, everything has shifted and you're left wondering what went wrong. The skills that made people successful in the past are now obsolete, and the window for mastering new, high-value skills is closing faster than you think. Adaptability has always been important, but never more than it is right now. Look at Mark Zuckerberg. He didn't get where he is today by sticking to the status quo. He evolved Facebook to become a global platform, but that was only the beginning. The next step for Zuckerberg: virtual reality, artificial intelligence, and even crypto. You don't build lasting success by staying comfortable. You build it by constantly adapting to what's next. If you're not adaptable, you will be left behind. Think about the companies that didn't adapt: Blockbuster, BlackBerry, Nokia. Once giants, they're now irrelevant, forgot. Do you want to be remembered as someone who had potential but missed the train, or someone who saw the future coming and acted? So how can you start mastering adaptability today? First, embrace change. Whether it's learning a new skill, adapting to new technology, or pivoting your career path, make it a habit to learn and evolve. The sooner you adapt, the sooner you'll secure your place in the future economy. Adaptability is key, but it's just the beginning. The next skill is one that will give you more control over your financial future: financial intelligence. Let's dive into it. The first skill on the list: adaptability. Right now, change is happening faster than ever before. The world around us is constantly shifting, and the pace is only increasing. We're seeing the rise of artificial intelligence, automation, and new technologies that are reshaping entire industries. If you're not adaptable, if you're not ready to evolve and adjust, you risk being left in the dust. But if you can master the art of adapting, you'll be prepared for whatever the future throws your way, and you'll set yourself up for long-term success. Why is adaptability so essential? Think about it. The world doesn't wait for anyone. Things move quickly, and those who can't adjust are quickly left behind. But those who can roll with the changes, pivot, and find new opportunities will always find a way to thrive. Adaptability is no longer just a nice-to-have trait, it's a necessity. Mark Zuckerberg is the perfect example of someone who mastered the power of adaptability. When he first created Facebook, it was a simple social networking site for college students. At that time, Facebook was just one of many social media platforms. It had to evolve, and Zuckerberg did exactly that. He constantly adapted, transforming Facebook into a global platform. But it didn't stop there. Zuckerberg didn't just rest on his success. When he saw how quickly mobile technology was taking over, he adapted the platform for mobile devices. Then when the tech world started talking about virtual reality, Zuckerberg made a bold move and acquired Oculus, a virtual reality company, in 2014. He didn't just follow trends, he anticipated them. Zuckerberg didn't build a business based on the status quo. He built a business that could evolve with the market. Adaptability isn't just about surviving changes, it's about thriving in them. Zuckerberg's ability to adapt and pivot when the market changed is one of the reasons why Facebook, now Meta, is still one of the most influential companies in the world. His success shows that if you want to remain relevant in the long term, you can't just stick to one vision. You need to be prepared to change when necessary. And Mark Zuckerberg isn't the only one. Take Elon Musk, another visionary who's made adaptability one of his core strategies. Musk's success with Tesla didn't come from sticking to one narrow vision. Instead, it came from constantly evolving. He saw electric cars as the future and shifted the narrative around what cars could be. And when Tesla was struggling, he adapted, pushed forward, and began producing mass-market vehicles. Tesla didn't just revolutionize cars, it revolutionized the entire automobile industry. Or look at Jeff Bezos. He didn't start Amazon as the e-commerce behemoth it is today. He started with books, but when he saw the growth potential in other sectors, he adapted. He expanded Amazon to include everything from electronics to groceries to cloud computing services. Bezos understood that adaptability was the key to building an empire that could stand the test of time. Both of these men, like Zuckerberg, didn't just build a business. They built businesses that could evolve with the market, with customer needs, and with new technologies. They understood that the key to success in today's rapidly changing world is to be adaptable and flexible. If they hadn't pivoted, they wouldn't be where they are today. Adaptability is one of those skills that continues to pay dividends, no matter what direction the world takes. It gives you the flexibility to seize opportunities when they arise and the ability to recover when things don't go according to plan. Think about it, today's market is a roller coaster of innovation, economic shifts, and global challenges. You can't predict everything, but by being adaptable, you position yourself to handle the unpredictable. Those who adapt are always prepared for the next shift in the world. When the unexpected happens, they're the ones who find new solutions, pivot to better opportunities, and ultimately rise above. You don't have to know everything that's coming, but if you're flexible, you can make sure you're ready for anything. Adaptability also creates a huge advantage when it comes to dealing with the risks and rewards of any market. Whether it's the rise of AI, a global recession, or a shift in consumer preferences, the adaptable person doesn't panic. They find new ways to adjust and thrive. And here's the beauty of adaptability. It's not just a short-term skill. It's one that will continue to pay you forever. As the world keeps evolving, those who stay rigid will fall behind. But those who learn how to evolve with it, who stay open-minded and flexible, will keep finding ways to succeed, no matter what the future holds. Now that we've established how critical adaptability is in today's fast-moving world, let's take a look at the next essential skill that will pay you forever: financial intelligence. Understanding how money works and how to make it work for you is the foundation of lasting success. Let's dive into it. Skill 2: financial intelligence. If you want to build wealth, secure your financial future, and navigate the complexities of today's economy, understanding how money works is non-negotiable. The most successful people in the world, whether it's Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, or Jeff Bezos, know that investing wisely, managing risk, and growing wealth over time are the cornerstones of long-term financial success. In 2026, this skill will be more important than ever. Now you might be thinking, but isn't financial intelligence just for rich people or Wall Street types? The truth is, financial intelligence is not reserved for the elite. It's about understanding how money flows, how investments work, and how to make your money work for you. In the next few minutes, I'll break down why mastering this skill is crucial and how it can pay you for the rest of your life. Let's first talk about what financial literacy actually means. Financial literacy isn't just about budgeting, although that's important too. It's about understanding how to make your money work for you. It's about knowing how to find opportunities, how to spot valuable investments, and most importantly, how to protect your assets from losses. Imagine for a second that you have $1,000 to invest. What do you do with it? Do you buy stocks, invest in real estate, or start a business? Understanding how to make that $1,000 grow is what financial intelligence is all about. It's not just about what you can save, it's about what you can grow. When you master financial intelligence, you stop thinking about money as something you earn. You start thinking about it as something that can work for you. The truth is, the rich don't rely on just one source of income. They make their money work in multiple ways. They understand assets like stocks, bonds, real estate, and even businesses. And more importantly, they know how to manage the risks associated with these assets. Let's take a look at Warren Buffett, arguably one of the greatest investors of all time. Buffett didn't get rich by betting on the next hot trend or gambling with his money. He understood the importance of value investing, buying companies that were undervalued but had the potential for long-term growth. In fact, Buffett's investment philosophy is centered around the idea that financial intelligence is the key to building wealth. Buffett once famously said, "The more you learn, the more you earn." This couldn't be truer, especially in today's world, where being financially literate is a prerequisite for success. In a market full of volatility and uncertainty, those who know how to invest wisely, diversify their portfolios, and manage risk will come out ahead. The next generation of wealth won't come from simply holding onto cash. It'll come from making informed, strategic decisions about where to put your money. Now, let's talk about why mastering financial intelligence pays forever. The key difference between the rich and everyone else is how they approach money. While many people focus on earning more through their job or business, financially intelligent individuals focus on growing their wealth. They invest in assets that generate passive income, stocks that pay dividends, rental properties that generate cash flow, businesses that provide recurring revenue. Once you understand how to grow and manage wealth, you'll have the confidence to make the right financial decisions, whether that means investing in stocks, real estate, or building a business. You'll also have the ability to weather financial storms because you'll have diversified your income streams and built a safety net. Think about it. If you understand the principles of compound interest, how to evaluate the financial health of companies, and how to spot trends before they become mainstream, you'll be ahead of the curve. You'll be able to make smarter decisions, generate more income, and ultimately build a secure financial future, regardless of what happens in the market. Financial intelligence isn't a get-rich-quick skill. It's a skill that pays dividends for the rest of your life. Now that we've seen how mastering financial intelligence can give you the tools to build lasting wealth, let's look at another crucial skill: entrepreneurial thinking. Being able to think like an entrepreneur, even if you don't own a business, will help you spot opportunities and take calculated risks that lead to exponential rewards. Let's dive into why this mindset is essential for future success. Skill 3: networking and relationship building. Let's face it, success doesn't happen in a vacuum. The richest and most powerful people in the world didn't get to where they are by working alone. They surrounded themselves with the right people, people who helped them grow, open doors, and find opportunities when others couldn't see them. And guess what? You can do the same. Building strong, lasting relationships is not just a nice-to-have skill. In today's world, it's a must-have. Who you know often matters as much as what you know. In fact, your network could be the determining factor in whether you make it or fall behind. But don't just take my word for it. Let's look at how some of the most successful people in history leveraged their networks to get ahead. Mark Zuckerberg is a perfect example of how powerful networking can be. Yes, he's a genius when it comes to technology, but it wasn't just his innovation that helped him build Facebook into the empire it is today. Zuckerberg's network has played a massive role in his success. He didn't just sit in his dorm room coding away. He built relationships with influential people in Silicon Valley, people who mentored him, believed in his vision, and helped him navigate the challenges of scaling his company. Zuckerberg's first investor, Peter Thiel, became a key figure in Facebook's early days. Thiel's backing wasn't just financial, it was strategic. He introduced Zuckerberg to other key people, opened doors to crucial partnerships, and gave him access to an entire ecosystem of successful entrepreneurs. The connections Zuckerberg built in those early years helped Facebook become the global platform it is today. It's clear, Zuckerberg didn't just build a social media network, he built a network of people who helped him achieve his vision. Let's take another example: Bill Gates. You've probably heard of his success with Microsoft, but do you know how it all started? It wasn't just his brilliance that built Microsoft into the powerhouse it is today. Bill Gates' success was partly due to the relationships he built with key figures in the tech world, starting with his partnership with Paul Allen. Gates and Allen were childhood friends, and their shared vision helped them create one of the world's most valuable companies. But it didn't stop there. Gates also built relationships with investors, fellow entrepreneurs, and thought leaders, who helped him scale Microsoft beyond what he could have achieved alone. Success, it turns out, isn't just about what you know. It's about who you know and how you nurture those relationships. Networking isn't just about building connections in the short term. It's about creating relationships that will last a lifetime. The people you connect with today can help you unlock opportunities for years to come. And here's the thing, strong relationships don't just help you when you're starting out, they help you throughout your entire career. Imagine having a network of mentors, partners, and fellow entrepreneurs who can offer you advice when you hit a roadblock, introduce you to potential clients, or even fund your next project. Those relationships are priceless. They act as bridges to opportunities that you might not even know exist yet. Building your network now ensures that you'll have a support system in place when the going gets tough and when opportunity knocks. When you've built strong, trusting relationships with the right people, doors open that you couldn't have opened on your own. And those doors keep opening for years to come. But networking is only part of the equation. While your relationships will help you rise, how you approach them, your ability to lead, communicate, and influence others can take your success to even greater heights. That's why the next skill we'll dive into is all about leadership. Let's look at why leadership is a critical skill for making your network work in your favor. Skill 4, emotional intelligence. In a world where success is often driven by numbers, technology, and data, there's one skill that is often overlooked but makes all the difference: emotional intelligence, EQ. EQ is the ability to understand, manage, and influence emotions, both your own and others. It's not just about being nice or friendly. It's about reading situations, understanding what motivates people, and using that understanding to drive results. The most successful leaders are not necessarily the smartest or the most talented. They're the ones who can connect with others on an emotional level, understand their team's needs, and respond in ways that inspire loyalty and respect. In fact, high EQ is one of the most powerful tools you can have in your leadership toolkit. So why is it crucial for your success and how can it pay you forever? Let's take a look at Mark Zuckerberg as an example of emotional intelligence in action. Zuckerberg isn't just a tech visionary. He's also a leader who has mastered the art of emotional intelligence. One of the reasons Facebook became such a global phenomenon isn't just because of its technology or user base, but because of how Zuckerberg connected with his team and the world. Zuckerberg's leadership style is often described as calm, even-tempered, and open-minded. He's been known for maintaining a level-headed demeanor in high-stress situations, which is an essential trait for a leader. He also has the ability to listen to feedback, something that many leaders struggle with. Instead of getting defensive or dismissing criticism, Zuckerberg uses it as an opportunity to improve, grow, and adjust his approach. One of the most powerful ways that emotional intelligence has helped Zuckerberg is in his ability to create a strong company culture at Facebook. By understanding the emotions, motivations, and values of his team, he's been able to foster an environment where employees feel heard, respected, and motivated to do their best work. That emotional connection has been a key factor in Facebook's success and longevity. Studies have shown that emotional intelligence is directly linked to effective leadership. In fact, research from TalentSmart, a leading provider of emotional intelligence training, found that 90% of top performers have high emotional intelligence. And when it comes to business success, emotional intelligence is a game changer. Leaders with high EQ tend to have stronger relationships with their teams, better decision-making abilities, and higher levels of job satisfaction. Zuckerberg's success can be traced to his understanding that leadership is not just about directing others. It's about connecting with them on an emotional level. He's learned to navigate complex interpersonal dynamics, diffuse tension, and inspire his team through empathy and understanding. That's what sets him apart from other tech moguls, and it's a skill that will keep him and you ahead of the game. Now, let's talk about why emotional intelligence will pay you forever. The truth is, your technical skills, business acumen, and expertise will only get you so far. The ability to connect with people, understand their needs, and motivate them to achieve collective goals is what makes the difference between a good leader and a great one. And as the business world becomes more interconnected and diverse, leaders who can navigate the emotions of those around them will be in high demand. Leaders with high emotional intelligence build trust, foster collaboration, and inspire loyalty. They're the ones who get the best performance out of their teams, keep morale high during challenging times, and drive lasting change. These qualities are priceless assets, not just in business, but in life. People with high EQ are better equipped to handle stress, manage conflict, and make decisions that benefit everyone involved, skills that are essential as we move into the future. By mastering emotional intelligence, you'll gain the ability to lead with empathy and clarity, motivating others to follow you, no matter what challenges lie ahead. This skill doesn't just help you now, it will continue to pay dividends throughout your career, whether you're leading a small team or a global organization. But emotional intelligence isn't just about leading others, it's also about leading yourself. The next skill we'll dive into is self-discipline, the ability to stay focused, manage your time, and keep yourself on track, no matter how many distractions life throws at you. It's the self-control that keeps successful leaders moving forward, even when it feels easier to quit. Let's look at why self-discipline is an essential skill for success in 2026. Skill 5: Strategic thinking. The ability to plan, predict, and make calculated decisions is what separates successful leaders from the rest. While many people are caught up in the day-to-day grind, the true leaders are those who step back, analyze the bigger picture, and see the world through a strategic lens. It's about seeing opportunities that others miss, assessing risks others overlook, and positioning yourself for success before the world catches on. Mark Zuckerberg didn't just create a social media platform. He saw the future of online communication and built Facebook with that vision in mind. He didn't stop at connecting friends. He strategically evolved the platform into a global powerhouse, and his strategic foresight has paid off immensely. The question is, can you think strategically, and how can this skill pay you for the rest of your life? Let's talk about Elon Musk, another prime example of strategic thinking. Musk's strategy with Tesla wasn't just about creating electric cars. It was about revolutionizing the entire energy industry. Musk saw a future where sustainable energy was the norm, not the exception. By thinking strategically, he positioned himself at the forefront of multiple industries: automotive, space exploration, and clean energy, creating massive opportunities along the way. Musk didn't simply react to the present, he planned for the future, and that foresight has led to his success. While most people saw the electric car market as niche, Musk saw a way to disrupt traditional industries and build a multi-billion-dollar empire. It's the same story with Zuckerberg. Facebook's early days weren't about creating a simple platform for connecting people. It was about redefining how we communicate, share, and connect across the globe. Zuckerberg anticipated the rise of mobile, video, and virtual reality long before they became mainstream, and he adapted Facebook's strategy accordingly, acquiring Instagram and WhatsApp to ensure his company stayed relevant. His ability to think strategically allowed him to not just follow trends, but to set them. Strategic thinking isn't just about reacting to the current state of affairs, it's about predicting what's coming next. Warren Buffett famously said, "The most important quality for an investor is a long-term perspective. The key to investing is to develop a strategy, stick to it, and be patient." This mindset is exactly what makes Buffett so successful. He isn't driven by short-term trends or the fear of missing out on immediate gains. He's always thinking years, even decades ahead, looking for opportunities that will pay off in the long run. Strategic thinkers see risks as opportunities. They can spot weaknesses in the market, evaluate potential problems before they arise, and pivot when necessary. And just like Zuckerberg and Musk, they don't just create businesses, they create movements. They change entire industries by thinking strategically about what's next. Strategic thinking pays forever because it keeps you ahead of the curve. When you have the ability to predict trends, see the long-term impact of your decisions, and plan your actions accordingly, you're positioning yourself for success in ways that others can't even imagine. Whether you're running a business, investing, or making career decisions, strategic thinking is your ultimate asset. It allows you to make smarter choices, minimize risks, and capitalize on opportunities that others might miss. And in an ever-changing world, that's the kind of foresight that will secure your success for the future. Strategic thinking doesn't just help you navigate today, it prepares you for tomorrow. When everyone else is scrambling to catch up, you'll already be steps ahead, making calculated moves that pay off year after year. Now that we've covered the power of strategic thinking, it's time to look at the next skill that will set you up for success in 2026 and beyond: adaptability. In a world where everything is constantly changing, the ability to pivot quickly and stay flexible is more important than ever. Let's explore why adaptability is the key to not just surviving, but thriving in the future. Skill 6: consistency and discipline. Let's face it, success doesn't come from one lucky break. It doesn't come from some overnight sensation. True success is built on the foundation of showing up, day in and day out, doing the work, and staying committed to your long-term goals. It's not flashy, it's not instant, but it's the most powerful force you can wield. Mark Zuckerberg didn't become one of the richest men in the world by waiting for the right moment to strike. He didn't achieve the heights he has by relying on a sudden burst of luck. Zuckerberg's secret: consistent action every single day. He understood that success is a long game, a game where discipline and consistency are the difference between fleeting triumph and lasting success. When Zuckerberg built Facebook, he didn't stop at the first success. He kept showing up, iterating, improving, and pushing the boundaries of what Facebook could become. Whether it was expanding globally or acquiring companies like Instagram, Zuckerberg's journey is a testament to the power of consistently showing up and taking action, even when the results aren't immediate. This idea is echoed in many successful people's journeys. Elon Musk didn't just build SpaceX and Tesla with a one-time investment of time and energy. He's been relentlessly working, consistently reinvesting his success and staying disciplined through every challenge. Success comes from making those small, consistent decisions day after day. It's about doing the right things, even when no one is watching, even when the results don't show up overnight. Mark Zuckerberg has said, "The only way to build something lasting is by putting in the work every single day." This isn't just a cliche, it's the truth. Success isn't the product of a lucky break, it's the result of consistent effort compounded over time. Whether it's building a business, growing your investments, or mastering a skill, the power lies in showing up, doing the work, and pushing yourself forward even when progress feels slow. Consistency creates momentum. It turns small steps into giant leaps. One step today, one step tomorrow, and eventually you're at the top of the mountain. It's about the process, not the end result. These 6 skills: adaptability, financial intelligence, networking, emotional intelligence, strategic thinking, and consistency, are your blueprint for success. Mastering them isn't a matter of luck or timing. It's about being intentional, showing up every day, and staying disciplined in your pursuit of success. Don't wait for 2026 to start. The time is now. Start today. Build the foundation for your future so you can be one of the people leading the charge into tomorrow's opportunities. The world is changing rapidly. The skills we've discussed today will make sure you don't just keep up but thrive. Be proactive, be consistent, and above all, stay disciplined. Your future self will thank you. We've covered a lot today. These 6 skills: adaptability, financial intelligence, networking, emotional intelligence, strategic thinking, and consistency, are not just tools for surviving the future, they are the keys to leading it. In a world where everything is shifting, the people who master these skills won't just keep pace with change, they will shape it. They will be the ones at the forefront of the opportunities to come. If you want to be a leader, you need to cultivate adaptability to embrace the changes ahead. You need financial intelligence to turn your hard work into wealth. You must build relationships and connections with the right people. Networking is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to go. You'll need emotional intelligence to motivate, lead, and communicate in a way that resonates with others. You must think strategically to predict where the next opportunity will arise. And above all, you need consistency and discipline to keep moving forward, no matter the obstacles. These 6 skills are the foundation of long-term success. They will open doors, create opportunities, and empower you to lead the charge into 2026 and beyond. The future isn't waiting for you, it's happening right now. Start mastering these skills today, and 2026 will be the year you finally break through. But don't just wait around. Take action. Comment below with which skill you're going to focus on first. Let's make this happen together. You've got everything you need to succeed. Now it's time to get started.